Hi, my name is Ellis Michaels. I was diagnosed with Behcet's disease in 1997 at the age of 16. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about Behcet's disease and mental health. Now, if you watched the last video, you know that I talked about Behcet's disease and mental illness. And just to recap, people with Behcet's, 40% diagnosed with depression, about 40% diagnosed with anxiety, about a third of chronic pain people have substance abuse disorders, and insomnia is common in people with Behcet's. So mental illness is, for anyone with a chronic illness, painful illness, mental illness is gonna come along with it a lot, often. Fortunately, there's a lot that you can do to improve your mental health. A lot of it's not easy. It's not as easy as popping a pill, but personally, I didn't think most of those antidepressants did anything for me. It was when I started doing the things I'm going to talk about in this video that my mental health and my physical health started to improve. Now, the first thing is exercise. This one's tough for a lot of people. It was tough for me at first. When I first started, when my son was born in 2007, I got off opioids, started going to the gym, started eating right. I made a lot of changes. I didn't want my son to have a fucking loser drug addict for a dad. No offense to all the loser drug addict dads out there. You guys are great. But no, I didn't, I wanted my son to have a decent father. So I got a membership at the gym and I started going 3 times a week. No idea what the fuck I was doing, but I went in there and started, using some machines, got on the treadmill. When I first started, I couldn't walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes without being totally gassed. That's how out of shape I was. That's how bad I was. It was awful. And I left the gym, those first couple months, I left every day just feeling like death. But I kept going. I kept pushing myself a little bit further every time. And then that 5 minutes became 10, and then 10 became 15. And then before you know it, I could walk on the treadmill for an hour, and then I started jogging, and then I just kept pushing it and pushing it. And same thing with, the lifting weights and the exercise, calisthenics and stuff like that. Just kept up and up and up and up, getting stronger and stronger, built some muscle, burned some fat, felt better about myself. Going to the gym changed my life. I mean, it gave me confidence. It gave me all these different things. So that's exercise is the best thing you can do for your mental health. And you don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to lift weights. You don't have to get on a treadmill. You can just go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a swim, go for a hike. Just anything is better than nothing. The more you do, the better, generally. And then, of course, some people that you can only tolerate so much. I'm not telling you to, push to kill yourself, pushing yourself too hard, but sometimes you have to push yourself a little bit, and it's totally worth it. And I'm not just pulling this stuff out of my ass. Like, studies show that exercise is superior to antidepressants in treating depression. And I can tell you 100% that that's been my experience personally. So exercise, just get out, go for a walk, anything. Walk the dog, walk your cat, walk your goldfish. I don't know. Just walk. Walk around your goldfish tank 100,000 times. Just get some exercise. You'll feel better. Next up is diet and nutrition. This is another one that people neglect, but it's so important. I mean, what you put in your body is going to affect how you feel. And it's also going to affect how your body operates. Now, there's numerous studies show that diet can improve mood, anxiety, mental health, all these other things. There's no question about it. It's just hard to implement because there are so many delicious treats out there. I mean, you walk into a store and it's just like, there's just so much good junk food to eat. And I totally have a sweet tooth. I love soda. I love pie. I love candy. I like cake. I love it all. But I've learned to not cut it all out, but I limit myself, and I'm smart about it. But the handful of things that I would recommend that would make a really big difference is, number one, less sugar and less refined carbohydrates. This is the biggest thing you can do. Sugar is in fucking everything. If you look at the ingredients on just about anything, sugar will be on there somewhere. Might be the first ingredient, might be the last, but it will be on there. I'm telling you, things that have no business having sugar in them have sugar. The sugar industry just totally just smush that stuff into every American food there is. So A little bit of sugar is fine. Our bodies use it. Glycogen. They use it for for energy and stuff like that. But too much, if you're just eating tons of sugar, your body's just going to store it as fat, and it's just going to cause heart problems. Down the road, it can lead to diabetes, all kinds of stuff. So less sugar, less refined foods is the first thing. Second, try to get more protein. Lean meats are great. Chicken, turkey, things like this. Ostrich is awesome, super expensive and rare, but it's nutritionally it's amazing. But lean protein is your friend. It helps to repair tissues. Your body doesn't really like to use protein to store fat, so it's you can just eat a lot of protein. Then you want to limit fast food. This ties into the sugar and refined carbs. That stuff is just packed with it. I love fast food, again, just like sweets. I just came back from fucking Taco Bell with my son, but that was after we just caught an hour and a half workout, so we earned them tacos. No, once or twice a week, I think is reasonable. That's what I shoot for, no more. But too much of that stuff, again, is just packed with preservatives, sodium, all kinds of refined carbs, just not good. And lastly, more fruits and veggies. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, all that good stuff, antioxidants, all the things you hear about but don't know what the fuck they mean. They're all fruits and vegetables are just packed with them, and it's a good way to go. More is generally better. So, exercise and diet. Another thing I'd recommend is reaching out and connecting with people. Just having people to talk to that have Behcets, or other people, if you're depressed, talking to other people with depression, or whatever it is. Just connecting with other people so you don't feel so goddamn alone. Because that's the worst feeling. That's worse than the pain. That's worse than the not knowing, the questioning, the anxiety, is the loneliness. That was the worst. Just feeling so alone. So reach out and connect. And it's hard for people. I know. It's hard for me. I've always been very introverted. It doesn't come naturally for me to reach out or to get in front of a camera and talk like this. But believe me, this is not. I've been pushing myself more and more out of my comfort zone to make these videos, and here I am. But it's not easy. It doesn't come naturally. So just know that other people struggle with putting themselves out there and reaching out. But you should do it. You should try to connect with other people, because it will, it'll definitely improve your mental health. Another thing I'd recommend is to keep a journal. Now, it doesn't have to be super detailed. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just keep a record of your moods, how you're feeling, your physical symptoms. That's always good too, to have to bring into your doctor and just show, see, it started on this day, blah blah blah, and you can. And it's good just to have a record, but it's also good just to get your feelings out, I had a fucking horrible day. This guy was an asshole, blah, blah, blah. So you gotta just get it out. But get your feelings out, journaling. It can really, it's been shown to really improve the well-being of people with mental illnesses. So it's something to consider. That's not for everybody. Not everybody likes to journal, but it's a good option. And the last thing I'll say is do whatever you can to keep your stress levels low. Now, Behcet's flares tend to happen. The stress makes Behcet's worse. No question about it. No question about it. I've experienced it personally. I've talked to dozens of people that have experienced it personally. I've read studies that, I don't want to say confirm, but they allude to, they certainly support that idea. Stress can wreak havoc on your immune system. So try to keep it, especially chronic stress. Like acute stress is not so bad, but chronic stress, just day after day after day of just being bogged down in bullshit, it affects you. It affects your immune system. It affects your mind, your nervous system, your brain, your nervous, your whole nerve, everything, all of it. So keep your stress levels down, whatever you have to do. Exercise helps for sure. That's my go-to if I'm feeling super duper stressed, is to just have an intense, mean workout until I can, I can't even lift my a finger anymore. Just get that energy out. But whatever, to keep your stress levels low. Have a lot of sex. Read a lot of cheesy science fiction novels or anime, whatever you're into, whatever helps you to de-stress. do it. Go for walks in nature. That certainly helps me. Go down on the kayak, stuff like that, fishing. Whatever you can do to keep your stress levels low will help you, not just your mental health, but also your physical health. It'll help with the Behcets. So those are some things that you can do to improve your mental health. And I know you don't want to hear. I know you already know everything I just said. Exercise, eat well. Who the fuck doesn't know that? But it's like implementing it is the hard part. But if you do, I promise you, over time you'll feel better. I certainly do. Again, I'm not perfect. My diet isn't perfect. I don't always, I miss workouts from time to time. But overall, I stick to this stuff, and it's just changed my life for the better a million times over. So I can't recommend it enough. Well, I hope you found some of this helpful at least. If you want, I'll put a link down below to my website. I've got some articles about Behcet's disease, chronic illnesses in general, they're heavily cited. If you're into that kind of thing, you can see where I'll read all the studies and stuff, or check them out where I got all the information from. So that's that. Behcet's disease and mental health. Hope you have a mentally healthy day. I'm Ellis Michaels. Be well.